I was sprinting down. I think that's just from my soccer background growing up. When guys score goals, they just sprint the other way. And I was going, I saw Patrick, and then I wanted to embrace him, but I'm like, no, he can't get hurt. So I just kept going. And then Tyreek was, encouraging me to go to the end zone and jump in with the fans, and that was a lot of fun.
Harrison Butker after the game-winning field goal that gave the Chiefs the victory, snapping a 3-game home losing streak, the 44-yarder, after he'd made a 54-yarder earlier in the quarter to tie the game. There's Patrick Mahomes out there running around celebrating if you're watching it on NBCSN. And look, Chris, all that said, great effort by Butker down the stretch.
Yeah.
Great effort by Matt Moore and the offense to get the ball in position for the 2 field goals, the one that tied, the one that won. But the table was set for the Vikings to win the game. Up by 3 points with 7:48 to go, ball on their own 28, a breakdown of offensive play calling, called for a pass on the first snap, misfired to C.J. Ham. Here it is here. And then just pressure in. To every time Kirk Cousins did that rollout, there was somebody chasing him.
Yes, they were.
So we showed the first play incomplete. Second play was a run. Third play, another run. And they have to punt. And look, Tyreek Hill was back there. Britton Colquitt had a nice punt that pinned him at the sideline, didn't give him a chance to return it. But then the Chiefs drive the ball down the field. They get the field goal to tie the game from 54 yards.
Right.
The Vikings get the ball back with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play. And they could get nothing going. Another incomplete pass, first down, a 7-yard loss on a completion on second down.
Right.
Third down, no chance. Punt it, shank, short field. Chiefs win. It's that simple. Now, the Vikings defense stepped up and had a couple big plays, a couple of sacks and Matt Moore, a couple of fumbles that the Vikings weren't able to recover. But, you give the Chiefs another chance. They have Travis Kelce. They have Tyreek Hill. They had 2nd and 21 after that sack that seemed to drive them out of field goal range.
Right.
But boom, Kelce, boom, Hill. 44-yard field goal range. And it's just, I've seen this movie many times with Kirk Cousins at the Vikings quarterback. And look, let me go back to that first drive. Okay, they throw the pass on first down, incomplete. They run it on second. And everybody knows a run's coming on second and 10. That's the old John Madden thing. Play callers who dial up a pass on first down and it goes incomplete almost always run on second down. So it's 3rd and 13. Why aren't you trusting Kirk Cousins in that spot to throw the ball instead of going with the drop play?
Well, you'd like to. You're right. I mean, in that moment, you're paying him that kind of money, and he has a quarterback that's had a hot hand lately. Like, let's be aggressive and go for the win. Now, we've talked about the Vikings formula. We know it runs through Dalvin Cook, right? You've heard me say it's not like the most complicated formula in the world. It's run the ball, dominate the line of scrimmage that way. It's the bootlegs, it's the play actions, take some big shots. I think we both have had a little concerns, and I know I do when I just watch film where they're a drop-back pass offense. I don't sit there and go, whoa, this is really creative, and I've never seen stuff like this. So the Chiefs, where, once again, I would just like to hammer this home. It's the 3rd week in a row I've really liked what their defense has shown on the field. And then Chris Jones being back changes them up front. Chris Jones, he's in the conversation for one of the best D linemen in all of football. So when he's out there, he's a game wrecker. And how many times yesterday we look up and go, man, Chris Jones, holy cow, Chris Jones, he F's the play up a whole lot.
Well, and every time Cousins did that bootleg, it was Jones, the guy who popped through and chased him. It seemed like it was Jones every time.
So, I mean, I got to give Steve Spagnuolo credit, first of all. Their defense has changed. They at least are playing from a position of power and aggressiveness now. Before, they were kind of sitting back and like, oh, let's bend, but don't break, and our guys will outscore their guys. Yeah, okay, not really. I mean, if you keep bending, and then your guys are on the sidelines the whole time, it's going to be hard to outscore them. It's not easy that way. So I really give Andy Reid and Spagnuolo credit there. And then your Vikings defense is equally, I don't want to just disappointing. Some of the big plays they left.
The 91-yard run, right? Harrison
run.
Smith overplayed it in the box,
definitely,
and then Anthony Harris got caught flat-footed. And
some of the big passes, the first touchdown pass, post corner, those type of things. The other big pass at the end of the game to get them down in field goal range, where it's Trey Waynes and Tyreek Hill 1-on-1, and he jumps up and makes a play. Like Tyreek Hill for a little small dude. He is unreal in these 50-50 balls. I mean, it helps when you have like a 50-inch vertical, but it was just, I thought, an all-around team loss.
It helps when you have a 50-inch vertical and when you have the speed to get to the spot while the guy who's covering you
he's
is
panicking.
doing
He's
everything he can to
oh
get
my gosh,
there.
I can't keep up.
Yeah.
I can't keep up. You're right. So he's under control, and the guy that's covering him is like going above his threshold. The throttle's like on red. It's like, whoa, we're not used to going this fast. Yeah, So, but either way, it was a gutsy, tough win for Kansas City. I really think Kansas City, without Mahomes the last few weeks.
Don't go Skip Bayless on me.
No, this is going to help their team in the long run. It's just going to make their defense tougher. They've shown a little semblance of a run game. And, we talked about on Football Night in America last night. The fact that they're like, they've changed a few things in their pass game. Let's block it up. And let's just let Watkins and Tyreek Hill work and things like that. That'd be another element that when Patrick Mahomes comes back, defenses aren't going to like that. They're going to go, whoa, I don't like the shotgun. He throws it everywhere. But I really don't like when they protect it up and like Mahomes gets to sit there and throw 70-yard lasers all over the field.
The guys who are going to get open no matter what.
And have time to do it. So it might be one of those things where it really works in their best interest.
At Tennessee next week, there will be a question whether or not Mahomes plays. The people who've been trying to peg his return date have been pointing to that. At the Chargers was always regarded as the more realistic. That's in Mexico, Week 11. Week 12 bye, Week 13 Raiders, then at the Patriots, Broncos at the Bears, and the Chargers. Winnable games down the stretch for the Chiefs. And that was a huge one because every other team in the division won yesterday. If they had lost that, they'd have been in trouble. And for the Vikings, it was a blown opportunity because if the Vikings had managed to win, they would have moved to 7-2. They'd be tied with the Packers, and they'd have some separation with the Lions and the Bears. So, look, the Vikings get another chance to not win in a big spot 6 days from now when they go to Dallas for Sunday Night Football. And if the narrative holds, they will lose that game. Well, and I can tell you right now, they will lose that.
They got to figure something out. We know their offense runs through the run game. And when they can't run the football, then it takes away another part of their offense, is those bootlegs that we talk about. And they didn't have either one yesterday, and that hurt them.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.